But this movie gets all my love for whoever's decision it was behind the scene to be like, screw it, the 89 Batman theme is the only Batman theme.
Welcome to Tairimo Boys podcast. I'm your host, Cody. With me in second chair is the boy who strikes fear in the hearts of conquistadors everywhere. It's Jeremy.
I do what I can.
With me in third chair is the boy who thoroughly enjoys period pieces. It's Ryan.
Yo.
A period piece we have today.
Yes, indeed.
I think this is what you call alt history.
Oh, yeah. And by the looks of it, they really want to expand on this.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that. But, yep. Today we're reviewing Aztec Batman, Clash of Empires, which is basically I'm not going to say it's brand new, but it came out like in September, and we just never got around to reviewing it. Because Jeremy was out, and then Ryan was out, and then other stuff.
We've used a lot of our PTO this year.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's true. Cody, you had to suffer the most through 2025 with the most B-lists.
Oh, I'll never forget that Tomb Invader. All right, so Jeremy, Aztec Batman, 90 minutes long. We basically see alternate take on Batman where we're in the Aztec Empire, Spanish arrive, and watch a young Aztec Bruce Wayne. I'm not going to say anyone's actual name in this because I cannot pronounce anything.
Good, we're on the same page.
Actually,
I wasn't even going to try.
I'm going to say Cortez because, yeah, Cortez is in the movie. But, yeah, everyone else, we're going to call him by their DC name. Yeah, we basically see Aztec version of Bruce Wayne. He watches his dad get slaughtered by the Spanish conquistadors and becomes Aztec Batman as he fights for the Aztec survival. So, Jeremy, what are your first thoughts on this movie?
This is an interesting take. I love alternate universe like Batman stories. This was a lot different from what I expected. This was a very fun movie for me, but I felt like it was a really big setup movie.
Yep, like I said, we'll talk about it. Ryan, your first thoughts?
Complicated, I suppose. I really liked the movie. There were some eye-rolling, inducing moments for me in this film. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it was good. As I like to call Aztec Batman, get it? The movie. Get it? His name's Yoka. Get it?
I get it.
She's a jaguar woman with a whip. Get it?
Well said.
Well, I mean, they were creative in this movie, I'll say that.
Yeah, they were.
As for my first thoughts, I've heard some things about this movie before I went into it. Like, this was the usual, the Aztecs were glorious, morally good empire, and then the evil Spanish came and conquered them type thing. But, no, they show human sacrifice in this movie.
Oh, they most definitely did.
We get to see a heart ripped out. But whenever I actually watched the movie, I didn't feel like that. It's like there was maybe a tiny bit, but we're telling the story of Batman from the Aztecs' perspective, where Batman's an Aztec, so you're gonna have some changes like that. And I can tell you this: Cortez didn't become Two-Face in real life.
Nope.
Anyways, Ryan, you mentioned there were some eye-rolling moments. What were those for you?
There was, like you were talking about earlier, like the evil Spanish and, the morally good Aztecs. I'm not saying, like, I'm on the Spaniard side, because I watched this movie and, I would watch the slaughter scenes where they would get slaughtered, and I would feel really bad. And I wanted, what was the guy's name? The second in command? Pedro?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like Spanish Azrael.
Yeah, I wanted his head like throughout the entire movie. So I'm gonna put that out on Front Street. I'm not saying I'm siding with the Spaniards. There was one part in this movie where they talk about where Aztec Bruce Wayne talks to, I think, Cortez about the Aztecs knew that the Earth revolved around the sun.
Oh yeah,
and not the other way around. And the implication being the only people that didn't know that were the white people. And I just like, okay, that's kind of petty. So that made me roll my eyes a little bit. That was the big one for me. I can't remember, there was a couple others, but I'm sure there were a couple others. But that one was the big one for me. Like, All right.
What year was Galileo?
Let's see. 15 something, maybe?
Galileo.
No.
Stay tuned for a fun fact.
Although, yeah, we need this. You better believe I don't know how to spell Galileo's name.
You, Cody, with names? No, I couldn't imagine it.
Oh, yeah. Galileo was like...
Born 1564, died 1642.
Yeah, so... I mean, did the Aztecs even believe that the Earth revolved? I mean, I could still see, like, back then, maybe.
From my research, no.
Okay. Not even like the Mayans?
No.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they were dumb. Doesn't mean that knowledge didn't come to the fore yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing. It's like they just didn't have the tools to know that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's your history lesson. Here's just some more history lessons. The Aztec War only lasted like 2 years. And it kind of ended with smallpox, so there you go.
Wasn't a very long one.
Yeah, well...
Is that a fun fact?
That's a not so fun fact.
That is a not so fun fact.
Yeah, Ryan, you're right. It's like neither side was good, but like one side was human sacrificing, and the other one was like committing genocide. So they're kind of both pieces of shit if you think about it.
I guarantee you're gonna get slack for that.
I really don't care.
It's culturally relative. It was their culture.
All right, but aside from that negative thing, Ryan, give me some things you liked about the movie.
Well, to start off, I love the music, the very beginning especially, and one other piece of music I'll get to in a second. Really love the music. I love the animation style. I do love how they weaved the Batman mythos in the Aztec story, because when I heard about this movie, I thought it was gonna be like Bruce Wayne ends up like legit white Bruce Wayne ends up in Aztec times. I didn't know it was gonna be like an Aztec person as an alternate version of Batman. So I love that. I even loved all the get it moments where they weaved everything in, like the Batcave and Poison Ivy and all the other villains. I was a little disappointed that at no point there was like a black horse that he rides, like missiles coming out the side.
I was thinking that. I'm surprised he didn't steal a horse, and then he was riding the bat horse for the rest of the movie.
The Bat Horse. We'd have to revisit the Batmobile scale.
But this movie gets all my love for whoever's decision it was behind the scene to be like, screw it, the 89 Batman theme is the only Batman theme. I did not expect that to be in this movie.
Yeah, that was another
For real.
thing. It's like, wow, they turned it into like an Aztec version of it. Wow. Other than that, like I really wasn't paying much attention to the music. Or maybe nothing stuck out at me.
Yeah, not for everybody.
But Ryan, you hit on a lot of good things. The animation's great. Like what they do with like the Batman mythos in this feels great. Like I loved like what they do with Poison Ivy, where it kind of implied maybe she was like a god in this universe.
Mm-hmm. Loved that.
I will say though, so for viewers at home, just so you know, this movie, the main language in it is Spanish, but it is dubbed in English. And one of the things I noticed throughout the movie is, of course, I'm going to watch the English dub of it, was some voice lines were said really, really quickly, like abnormally quickly. It was kind of like, well, we don't want to mess with the lip flaps, so we're going to have the voice actor say the line like really quickly so we don't have to do extra work.
They already spent too much money on the animation.
In the beginning of this movie, I got distracted because for a second, I thought they animated it to the English lines. Then like 2 minutes in, I was like, oh wait, no, they didn't.
The dubbing wasn't too bad anyways.
No. I
didn't really notice any kind of like lip flap stuff. Godzilla type stuff.
No Godzilla lines.
Like I said, it was just came down to, it seemed like some of the English lines were just said really quickly. Anyways, Jeremy, what about you? What are some things you liked about the movie?
So a lot of the stuff that Ryan had already mentioned. So animation in this movie was top notch. That's one of the best things about this movie. All the fight scenes are great. A lot more graphic than I thought we would see in this type of Batman movie. But it makes sense, being, an Aztec versus Spaniards. It was a brutal time, so that was badass to see. A lot more throats got slit than I thought.
I will complain about that a bit, because it seemed like sometimes like the violence was extremely high, and the other times they just flip a switch, and then there'd be like no violence at all when there should have been.
Can't overdo it now, Cody.
You can't overdo it.
No, I agree fully. Just go all out. If you're gonna go violent, go violent.
Yeah, like sometimes you'd see throats getting slit, and the other times is just people knocked around with swords. Like what?
Yeah, big ass stone club sword or whatever the hell that thing is.
Those are fucking obsidian clubs. Those things are razor fucking sharp.
Yeah,
So
there should be a lot more blood than what we saw.
yeah, if you're unaware, the Aztecs would turn obsidian into like their weapons. They trained themselves to like hit at like not vital points, but like disabling points because they ended up taking prisoners and then sacrificing them, and so they wanted them alive.
Also, another fun fact / history boys lesson.
Yeah, so that's kind of why Spanish kind of won because they were out to kill while the Aztecs were sitting there were fighting with style to take prisoners. Well, the thing is the Aztecs pissed everyone off around them, so Spanish had no problems getting every single tribe around them and civilization around them to turn against them.
Yeah, and that I completely agree with what you boys said. All the little how they brought the villains into it and trying to figure out which villain is going to be what. That was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Now, I will ask this: what do we think about the Joker in this?
In the beginning of the movie, I was like, wow, what's Pauly Shore doing in the Aztec Empire?
That's
Looks
good.
a lot like Pauly Shore.
You ain't wrong.
Here are my thoughts. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but I was okay with it. Definitely wasn't in it as much as I thought he was going to be in it, but after watching the last quarter of this movie, I got why.
Yeah. No, I actually really like the Joker in this movie.
Yeah.
I was confused as hell what was happening at first. I didn't think he was going to be the Joker. I was thinking more like, I don't know, I kept hearing like references to fear and shit like that. So I was like, is this going to be like our Scarecrow or some shit like that?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And even when he's like transforming into the Joker, basically, or becoming the Joker, I'll say, it's even mentioned that the little god mentioned something about fear to him. I was like, here we go, it's Scarecrow. I'm like, oh no, he just painted his face.
But Jeremy, why so serious?
I have that written down. Mom goes, why so serious?
Get it?
Like, I loved him as a character because I was like, at the beginning of the movie, like, you don't see him turn to like the Joker to like maybe 60% of the way through. It's like this character, it's like designed and acts like it's gonna be like an extremely important character. And then I was with you, Jeremy, where I thought this was gonna be our Scarecrow, but yeah, he ended up slaughtering his family. He's like, oh, the gods need more sacrifice, and then he goes from wearing blackface most of the movie to wearing whiteface.
All right, that's 100% true. But yeah, as soon as we got the white face, you could tell what was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured what was going to happen as soon as we got the why so serious line.
Well, yeah, that too, but
like, oh man, his overall character where he just slaughters his family, and he's got like a trickster god like speaking in his ear, like cause chaos. Like it's great, and like I love whenever he actually does something in the movie where he's dressed up like the Spanish guy and slaughters. Was he the one that killed Montezuma?
yes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, he just from behind. He's like, okay, slaughter them all, and then that's what causes like the huge like fight between everyone.
Yeah, that was an awesome scene.
But I will agree with you, Ryan. I was surprised I didn't use him more, but this movie's setting up for a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, at least a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even get me started for the end credits.
All right.
About to be the first Aztec franchise.
If this does well, they're going to run with it. I don't even know how well it's doing, to be honest.
Dude, I laughed out loud at the mid-credit scene.
So, what do we think about some of the other villains?
Absolutely loved Poison Ivy.
I already mentioned that one.
Yeah. Two-Face I like the idea for Two-Face. That was pretty cool. I will say, this Jaguar woman, this Catwoman of ours, she has some brutal claws to rip off a man's face like that.
Well, those are obsidian,
Rip off
like I said.
exactly half of it.
Exactly half of it.
She didn't get an accurate shot in.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a woman with some nails, but goddamn, who else did we like?
I like Catwoman. Jaguar woman, sorry. Alfred.
Oh yeah, I liked Alfred's character. I mean, we're talking about
Yeah, I liked Alfred's character.
Yeah, Alfred was.
Yeah, we're
really
just going
good
off every
character.
character we liked, I guess. Obviously, Joker. Joker was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie does a good job like changing the Batman mythos.
Yeah. I liked the weaving in of the Leonardo da Vinci plans for the Batwing.
Yeah,
I did too. Like
It's-
before he flew, I followed the drawings.
Yeah, as soon as I saw those plans at the beginning, I was like, okay, I know where this is going. But yeah, everyone's just got a really good design to them. Really good story, too. Fight scenes are great. Just everything.
This is a really good movie. It really is. It surprised me how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like I
Yeah, I
said,
love the fight scene. I also love the Batman kills in this movie.
that's the first thing I thought. I was
Same.
like, wait, is this? We finally got Batman that kills.
Finally.
That no kill rule is out the window.
The Aztec version
He
doesn't
was
care.
dealing those bombs like Oprah Winfrey.
But by the way, is Azrael, was he ever like a villain in the like comics?
I don't recall. I mean,
I'm-
it's very possible. There's many comics I didn't read, but
I'm still confused on that. 'Cause all I remember him from is the Nightfall Bane
Yeah.
backbreaking storyline.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, he's in like Arkham Knight, being trained as like Bruce's replacement, and then he replaced Bruce in Nightfall.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like know nothing about his character. He was a full villain this time around, though.
that's why I didn't even know that was supposed to be Azrael's character.
I also did not.
I was reading about it like after I finished the movie.
I gave up halfway through trying to figure out who his character was, but I guess Azrael makes sense.
I was glad what his final scene was.
His greedy comeuppance.
That is kind of what happened too. Like after like his real life counterpart got chased out of what was it called, Tenochtitlan. A lot of the Spanish ships they were trying to haul gold out, and they were sunk. Because in like real life, Cortez was brought into the city and occupied it, and then Cortez had to go deal with, I think it was like another Spanish rival of his, was wandering around, and came back and finished the deed. But by then, like, smallpox had completely eradicated the population.
Really quickly, and you can splice this in or not. I want to circle back to one other thing I don't like about this movie. There's this one part where, what was the messenger's name?
Which
Diego? Like Cortez's messenger, I think was Diego or something. And he goes into this tent and he's like, "Hey, the king wants you to go back to Cuba, which is something I know you don't want to do at all, but you're gonna do it." I'm paraphrasing, of course. And then Cortez looks at me and is like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Hey, why don't you come with me on a secret mission?" Any rational person would have been like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do that." But he was like, "All right, cool, let's go."
I was thinking that too. It's like,
He gets
come
murdered
on.
in the open.
Like, oh no, Aztec Batman did this. How dare you kill this messenger?
In front of many, many witnesses.
The thing is, too, is so most people know about history that whenever Cortez landed, he burned his ships to like stop his men from fleeing. We actually see that in this movie, but in reality, he did not burn his ships. He scuttled them, which means he cut holes in them and sank them. But the reason he did do that was because he knew his men had like allegiances to Cuba, and they'd probably mutiny and run off if he didn't do that. So it's kind of historically accurate. He's kind of cautious of Cuba.
Another History Boys lesson.
Yeah, and
I like this.
There's another little fun fact. Just like Columbus, Cortez pretty much died in poverty. He ended up investing into like these campaigns with his own money, and they never really paid off. And he ended up spending like most of his days, his final days, he ended up getting dysentery and then died of some like inflammation in the New World. He was like appointed as a governor, but he was in the New World because he's basically hiding from his creditors, or whatever it is. People he owed money. There you go.
Debt collectors back then were a lot more brutal.
So let's talk about the ending of this film. Now, one of the complaints I will have about this movie is it has a satisfying ending, but at the same time, it's got cliffhangers out the ass.
Yes, it does. That's why I said this is a setup movie from the beginning.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is Two-Face Cortez ends up getting away, and it's like, lost. And like Aztec Whiteface Joker pops out, and it's like, hey, we want revenge? Let me help you with that. It's like, okay, let's make a deal. And then Aztec Batman ends up dying, but he ends up getting like resurrected through his gods. And like it was heavily implied too that he was gonna smash Jaguar Woman Box, but he didn't get the chance to.
That was his only regret. Poor bastard.
Yeah. Like, and you could tell, like, the first time they met, like he's like, I want to smash Jaguar Woman box.
Who wouldn't?
I wanted to smash Jaguar Woman box.
Oh, I'd smash that too.
There we go. Back to Catwoman / Jaguar Woman box.
It's a Batman review. We have to talk about it.
We talk about it in most reviews, I feel like, these days.
But yeah, we watch Aztec Batman die, come back, and then credits roll, and then there's a mid-credits scene where you see like a Plague Doctor version of Penguin get off a ship.
That's badass.
I did think it was badass, but that's another case of like I wish they would have done Scarecrow.
Yes. That's another spot you could have had Scarecrow in.
Like I noticed right away he was kind of waddling out, and might have been a little short. So it was obvious that Penguin was like, man, that would have been a better to do Scarecrow like that. Especially that implies that they're gonna get to like the whole smallpox version of the real life events.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Damn it, I would have loved to see Scarecrow. I really, really, really wish. I mean, I do like what they did with the Joker, but I wish it was Scarecrow instead.
Yeah, they should have done something with Scarecrow. Yep, we're sitting here waiting, hoping they make another movie now. The only information I has is like Korea's like, I really want to make another movie. Like, okay, well.
We could definitely tell.
But, anyways, let's do some boys in action. Jeremy, if you were in this movie, where would you die?
Where would I die? I would die with the wings, because I would not follow those drawings. That'd be way too complicated for me. I would jump off, and Jaguar Woman and the other person that was watching would have just watched me fall to my death. Yeah, Alfred. It was Alfred. Alfred and Jaguar would have watched me die.
That was anticlimactic.
Most of my deaths are.
Ryan, what about you?
And I was also going to go with the wing thing, but
thank you, Ryan.
I'm gonna
Cody over here give me shit.
My pleasure. I'm gonna be the messenger guy. I'm gonna go with Cortez. Oh, we're going on a little field trip. Cool.
God,
that's a good one.
So silly. As for me, whenever Spanish like slaughter, whatever Cortez was like slaughter them all, I would have been slaughtered and wouldn't have gotten away. Or that gunshot wound would have gotten infected. There'd be no poison ivy to save me. And that was another boys in action. Jeremy, pass top gun to you.
All right. This was a tough one for me, but what was your boys' favorite villain?
Like I said, I really like Joker, but
yeah,
Two-Face and Azrael are like the only two that are like fully fleshed out.
That's true. So let's rephrase that. Favorite character besides Batman?
Jaguar Woman to that box.
Oh, God damn it. We knew that was coming. Okay, fuck that. No Jaguar Woman either.
I will say that I liked like Azrael's character, where like it is because like everything that was happening around him was just felt really great. Where he takes off his like hood for the first time, and like everyone starts worshiping, trying to grab him because they think he's like some god. He's blonde and just gets into like the mood constantly trying to slaughter everyone. And
that's fair.
Greed ends up being his downfall. And by the way, that's kind of what happened to Emperor Barbarossa too. Drowned in his armor.
Makes sense to me. Another History Boys fact. We're laying it on the table today. Ryan, who do you got?
I really want to go with Jaguar Woman. But
don't we all?
Yeah, we all do. I know. I'm gonna go with Cortez because 3 reasons. Number 1, the fact that he's a historical figure. 2, the fact that he's Two-Face, which is one of my favorite villains, or favorite Batman villains. And 3, because he's name dropped in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Disappointed that the cross of Coronado wasn't in there.
Very fair. As for me, I'm gonna go with. It's kind of stuck in the middle. Even though we didn't get a lot of screen time with the Joker, I did really like the Joker, especially when he killed the guy. And Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy was awesome.
Yeah.
The whole heavily implied thing that she is a god, or goddess, rather.
Yeah.
Speaks in riddles. I'm like, oh, that is so sick.
Anything else, Jeremy?
Favorite Bat gadget? I don't get a ton of them.
Yeah, there's not a ton, but the ones that we did get stood out. Like whenever he repurposes that crossbow, that was pretty neat. And of course, the whole bat wing of Da Vinci's design.
Yeah, that's fair. Ryan, you got a favorite?
I did like the crossbow grappling hook. I'm gonna deviate a little bit from Gadget and just say the repurposed Batcave. How they did the Batcave in the movie.
Yeah, that was awesome.
There's an old temple, and I'll also
Yeah.
add too. I like how we see him build up his costume throughout the movie. Where whenever he first becomes Aztec Batman, he's just painting himself with bats, and then he ends up grabbing like a conquistador's like helmet and putting obsidian bat ears on it, and he's got the armed guards and puts obsidian on there for the defender blade things.
Yeah, I absolutely loved how he was building his armor. That was just a cool sequence to see him become our Aztec Batman. And I gotta say, it is just an absolute pleasure watching Batman actually kill people with his obsidian sword.
Hear that, DC?
Give us more. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right, Ryan, pass top on to you.
Number 1. Did anybody get South Park vibes from the Joker design?
I can see it.
Maybe a little bit.
As soon as it started, I was like, wow, am I watching an episode of South Park? Reimagination Land?
That's what I'm thinking about. The Imagination Land trilogy.
Yeah. Is Scarecrow the villain you're looking forward to the most in the possibly inevitable sequels?
Well, I mean, I think a Firefly would be like really good.
Yeah.
Firefly would be good. Jeez, that's tough. I obviously want to see more screen time with the Joker. I want to see what they do with this character because the little bit that we got was really fun, especially after he became the Joker. But yeah, Scarecrow ultimately.
We'll have to see if we even get these characters.
Yeah, if we even get a sequel.
I mean, yeah, if we get a sequel too, it's like I wonder what they're gonna do with the Plague Doctor Penguin.
Yeah, that might be the one I'm looking forward to the most. Is Plague Doctor Penguin?
That'll be interesting.
You think the Riddler's gonna be like?
That's tough.
I don't think they do a Riddler. If they do a Riddler, it'd be probably some small cameo type thing.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why, but at a certain point in this movie, after he got the white face, I was expecting him to have like a purple suit or a purple suit of armor.
That would be funny.
I thought he looked really good as in the being like the skinny guy he was wearing that armor.
He did.
Yeah, I think it worked. It was a sick look. It's different.
Doing the Kratos thing of having his family's ashes all over his body.
It was wild that he, cut himself just to paint his face.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him cut himself a few times in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't unexpected, but I was just like,
whenever he finally did, it's like, how's he gonna get the lipstick? It's like, oh, he's own blood. Okay.
So we're now in a very, very supernatural Batman world.
Oh, there's probably
Are there any other time periods you want Batman to cross over with?
I think there's like a Night Batman and there's a Ninja Batman. Like I know the Ninja Batman movie exists.
Yeah.
And we've already watched and reviewed Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. You want ancient Grecian Batman?
Like, I mean, yes. you can put him in like any time period, and I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And that's kind of how this movie flows so well. It's a different take. I liked it. It's a lot more supernatural.
All right, Jeremy, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. This was an interesting watch. Not what I expected, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Definitely worth it.
Ryan, final thoughts?
Really enjoy it. Also, not what I expected it was going to be. And I really hope there's a sequel.
Yep, I'll echo that. Hope there's a sequel. Great movie. You get on HBO Max. Make sure you change the subtitles. Not the subtitles, but the dub to English because it starts in Spanish. Unless you really want to listen to Spanish throughout the whole movie. There you go.
I actually speak Spanish, so I listen to it in Spanish.
Yeah, and you got a minor in French. I hope that was worth it.
That's not true. I listened to it. First thing I did was switch it to English.
Yeah, subtitles are for whenever there's no better option, like Kung Fu Hustle.
I want to be clear to the audience. I switched it to the English dubbing because I refuse to read a movie.
That's fair.
All right, let's scale this bad boy. So today we're going to be using a scale we've used before called the superhero scale. So Jeremy, from a scale of The Dark Knight, which is considered one of the best Batman movies of all time, probably is the best Batman movie of all time, to the Flash, which is that turd of a movie we reviewed a few years ago, where we watched Michael Keaton Batman get killed constantly. No third act. Where would you rank this movie?
I'm gonna put this two Batman obsidian swords below. No, three obsidian swords below The Dark Knight. So it's past the halfway scale.
That's fair enough.
Not my favorite Batman movie, but it's a really fucking good one.
It's unique.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, what about you?
I'm going to put this 2 obsidian blades above Ernest Goes to Tenochtitlan.
I don't know where you're getting all these Ernest movies. I want to watch them.
2 below The Dark Knight.
All right, that's fair enough. I'll put it 1, because I really enjoyed the idea behind it. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to our episode of Tairimo Boys podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you find interesting about Aztec Batman and the Aztec Empire. And don't forget to ring the motherfucking bell. Stay tuned for more episodes.